Hurn is a self-taught photographer. He began his career in 1955 when he worked for Reflex Agency. He gained his reputation as a photojournalist for his documentation of Hungarian Revolution of 1956. In the book, David Hurn discusses how photographers are often horrible editors of their own work. He brings to example Eugene Smith and his Pittsburgh project. When working with the magazines and publications, it was the editors that often chose his best shots. Smith hated this control that his editors had over his work, so he embarked on the epic project on Pittsburgh. The problem was that the project overwhelmed and consumed him, and he wasn't able to edit the entire project efficiently. He ended up taking tens of thousands of shots, and couldn't edit down under a few thousands. Needless to say, it was a monumental failure, and he couldn't find anyone to publish the photos in its true entirety. Therefore, as a photographer, it is hard to edit your own work. The reason is that we often get too emotionally attached to our images, including our bad shots. It is always important to get a second opinion on your shots, because it is others who can help spot imperfections in our shots. Sure, we shouldn't hand off all the editing decisions to others. However, if you are working a project and have several thousand shots, try to edit it down to around 20 or so images and ask a photographer or editor you respect to help down to those 10 or so final images. David Hurn describes pregnant moments as a decisive moments waiting to occur. This means if you are walking down the street and you see a man about to jump over a puddle by crouching down and bending his knees, you can anticipate that decisive moment, or him jumping over the puddle will occur in about 2 seconds. If you see these pregnant moments about to occur, make sure you have your camera ready and be mindful of how you want to frame and time your shot. For example, if I see a man about to take a puff of a cigarette and want to capture the shot, I pre-focus my camera to 1.2 meters, set my aperture and shutter speed according, and step forward him, and get ready to snap the shot. Shooting with a 35mm focal length, I know that 1.2 meters framed vertically will approximately get to top of his head and around his waist in the shot. 2 meters will roughly get a person's full height in the shot. Also, when you see the pregnant moment, don't just snap the photo and walk on. Rather, take several shots and subtly different angles and wait for small variations.